welcome to the I Feel Like Rhyming Show. I am your host, Kevin KMac McCarthy, and we are back after a long break, a unwanted break. All my items kept breaking. I had a computer break, the lights break, then the audio break. So I had to order new microphones, new computer, new everything. I order a microphone, I get that nice 2-day shipping, and they email me and say, hey, your package is delayed, it'll be there tomorrow. I say, cool, okay. Next day comes, they email me back, they say, hey, guess what, your package is lost. We don't know where it is. It may come tomorrow, it may not. So yeah, you could have a refund, but we just don't know where your package is. So that delayed me another 2 days. Amazon, I've never heard of Amazon losing a package and just admitting it, owning up to it. That's what I appreciated. They're like, hey, we just don't know where it is. So I don't know. Have your money back, and I guess order it again. It was very interesting. Never seen that before. So just when one bad thing happens to you, many things pile on. But I have a spirit here. We got a permanent setting now. This is where we'll always be every day, 18 minutes. We're decorated behind us. We got 2 foam pads, red and blue, because we're all about unity here. When you look at me, I know this may shock and surprise you, but I never actually did claim a set. I was never a Blood or a Crip. And it was more than just, I look tremendous in royal blue and in bright red, and I just could never choose between the two. It was that I am all about unity here, and I don't want, just something like where you live to really divide you that badly, as to where you have to kill each other over it. So we're all about unity here, and I feel like rhyming, and if, I can show other people, through my story that I didn't need to claim a set growing up in suburban Connecticut. If I didn't need to claim a set, you don't need to claim a set, and that's what I'm here to teach you day by day. So we got 2 foam pads right now. That kind of reflects the brokenness of the show. That kind of tells you our budget, which is fucking zero. We're fucking broke. We have no money here, but with a little hard work, a little determination, dedication, little hearts, I think we could double that by the end of the month. That's 4 foam pads in just 1 month. If you stick with me, if you like, comment, subscribe, we're gonna achieve that goal. Let's do it. Let's get into the crazy hip-hop news, everything that's been going on. I'm gonna do some old topics and some new topics because I'm just too OCD to leave behind all the old topics I wrote jokes for and wanted to comment on. I can't just leave them behind like that, so I'm gonna do them anyways. So Megan Thee Stallion put out a new song called Big Booty with Dababy, and I think I'd like to salute her first off. I know everyone else would, for her choosing such a new topic here, such a variety, really reaching out and showing us her range on a track. She's gave us many topics in her songs, such as how much of a freak she is during sex, how hot she is, how good she is at twerking, how hot she is. She can twerk. She has a big booty. So a real wide variety of topics. I'm just telling you, do not say she doesn't have range. I mean, come on. She does a twerk contest around the country. She writes, I've seen many different songs besides just about her ass. No, I haven't. I mean, come on. You gotta, I feel like nowadays you need to have a little more. Even Future's trying to tell us more about him. 2 Chainz, these guys, the Migos are telling us more about him. You gotta have some of your feelings, some of your emotions, like Megan Thee Stallion. I'm sure you have a personal life, I don't know, other hobbies besides being hot and having sex and twerking. I mean, I'm sure you do something. I'm sure you have a family. You get stressed sometimes. Whatever. I'm sure you have a life. I mean, you don't have to tell us all about your family, but I'm sure you think about something else. I mean, the good news is if she comes up with 13 or 14 more different ways to say she has a fat ass and can twerk, that is a whole first album, and it will probably sell really good. So You know, if it's not broke, don't fix it, I guess. She is one of the hottest girls in the rap game, but I mean, I just think she can rap. She has skills, so why not show us more of your skills? Show us that maybe you do have some range, you know? I think I speak for everyone when I say, you know, keep on twerking, but let's see a little more. All right, moving on to the freestyle circuit. A lot of good freestyles went down on Sway in the morning. Especially Dababy and Stunner for Vegas stopped in when Dababy was promoting his new album. And they put on Eminem's Guilty Conscious beat, and Dababy, you know, was bobbing his head. He was staring up, squinting, you know, like he was really trying to figure out an intense, you know, physics problem or something, really trying to solve, you know, something real tough, like a real a science question of some sort. What's beyond calculus, physics, I don't know. He's trying to solve space's deepest, darkest secrets, or, you know, figure out some new hypothesis that will help change things in the world. Dababy was really intensely focusing, and then I think he just said fuck it, and he just was like, I got some writtens, I'm gonna just spit those, I don't care if they sound weird, and they certainly did. They were very, it was offbeat, real fast, you know, sometimes it'd connect back on the beat and it'd sound okay, but you know, at least he went for it. He knew he had some writtens. I mean, Dababy, I don't see him much of as a complete freestyle guy. He can spit some freestyles, but I think they're all writtens, it's safe to say, but so at least he gave it an effort when he heard the Guilty Conscious beat. Stunner for Vegas, on the other hand, I mean, he looked seriously so shocked and scared. I mean, he looked like, you know, when you're all pumped up, you studied for that test, that big math test you needed to pass, you're all cocky, you're laughing with your boys coming in, yeah, I got this, you know, dabbing everybody up, I got this 100 right here, give me that paper, studied all night, teacher, I'm gonna get an A, yeah, talking shit, paper gets slid to you, and then that's the face, just with question one in it. That was Stunner from Vegas's face, just such shock, such, you know, dismay, like someone had just taken, you know, his car, taken the world from him and just said, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Just walked off, and he's just shocked. Like, did that really happen? Like, he's like, I thought every beat in the world was a trap beat. Like, what is this beat I'm hearing? Where did this come from? How did this happen? You know, he looked like me when I look at my bills at the end of the month, you know, when you're trying to pay rent, going through your electricity. It's like $136 for some oil, some heat. Why can't we just wear a coat in here? What do you mean I watched 6 movies? How did I get a $100 cable? I did not watch Soul Plane 3 times. When did I watch Car Wash at 3 in the morning? What the hell? You know, it's that kind of like, how am I gonna pay all this? It's the, I'm gonna be late on rent face. Yeah, Stunner for Vegas looks like every contestant on Maury when they get the results back and it says, you are the father. It's just, literally Stunner for Vegas looks like his soul had been taken outside of his body and walked off with. He had no more soul left. He was, like, everything had been taken from him. I did literally think he would just stand up, put down his headphones and say, thank you all for having me. I'm gonna go now. Bye, thank you all. And just walked off, and we'd never hear or see from him again. He looked that startled. He didn't even attempt to do the beat. He just, you know, I thought I'd at least get a tweet saying he retired afterwards, but he's still rapping, and Dababy kind of saved him there. So Dababy did a good freestyle. In the end, it wasn't as bad as people say he only has one flow, but Dababy's at least shown us a little more of his personality. I mean, his albums, you know, has his father on it. He talks about his father. I mean, maybe Megan the Stallion could get a little tips on that. I'm sure she has something she could talk about, you know, besides her big booty. But for now, I hear she will have the twerk mixtapes, Big Booty, 1, 2, and 3, the Chronology, and the I'm Hot series. So look out for all of those Megan Thee Stallion projects coming up. And Jack Harlow was on Sway in the Morning. I think he has a new album out. I haven't heard that yet. But Jack Harlow, I'm always interested with people from Fayetteville and stuff. I lived in Wilmington, North Carolina for almost 10 years, and I love it there. So always been interested by his rise. And mostly because, he's opening a lane for ugly white kids in the hip-hop game that I desperately need to jump into. So it's he's really helping me out, and I appreciate that. So check out Jack Harlow. He did the 5 Fingers of Death on Sway in the Morning recently, and if Stunner for Vegas had got the 5 Fingers of Death, he definitely would have just actually retired. We would have never heard from him again. He would have probably just been sitting. He might have just checked himself into the insane asylum. Just said, "Hi, I'm checking myself in. I need a padded room, and I'll be here for quite a while now. Quite a while. I just had quite the traumatic experience." It's just. But Jack Harlow killed the 5 Fingers of Death. He's nasty. You would never see it from the ugly white kid persona, but he's killing it. So if he can do it, I can do it. The lane for ugly white kids has officially been opened in hip-hop thanks to people like Jack Harlow. So check him out. Speaking of ugly kids who look white, Adam 22, I know Jumper went to Lil Xan's house, a day in the life, and he has a podcast somehow which will be under 3 hours. It takes about a half an hour for him to say, "Hello, my name is Lil Xan," so I don't know how it's going to be. The show will last less than a day, but supposedly it will. I don't know. Everyone else on the show looks very exciting and upbeat, so that's probably how it works, but he's a little slow. He sampled some music that actually sounded pretty good. That Baby You Love Me thing sounded pretty good. He's still wearing that beanie all the time. Like, how is he so cold? We're in Los Angeles. Like, I noticed this with the homeless people too. Like, do you lose your house and immediately your body temperature just drops 50 degrees? Like, it seems like that. I see homeless people with, a hoodie on, 2 sweatshirts, and a blanket on them, shivering. Like, I know dope sickness. You'll be just so hot, so cold, you'll be up and down. They're just permanently cold. And I don't know if that's because, meth is called ice, and maybe that's why it's called ice. Maybe it really does cool you down. Maybe it is like ice cold to the body, but yeah, these people are so cold while I'm sitting here obviously sweating, hot as hell. I'm drenched in sweat. It's 100 degrees. The sun is so hot out here. Even wearing a beanie is bad, but they're wearing just 2 sweatshirts, blankets. It's like, how are you so cold? God damn. All this hyperhidrosis and hot people out here makes me sick. How the hell are you so cold? We are in Los Angeles. It's hot. 100 degrees. I'm sweating. God, it gets me going. I'm sorry, I just had to get that one off my chest. It boggles the mind more than anything. But alright, let's get to the topic you all want to hear about, and that's Tekashi 6ix9ine gets an $8 million record deal, or I've heard 10 million, I've heard over 10 million, but yeah, he gets this big record deal to do 1 English album, 1 Spanish album, and I can't say I'm surprised. Like, I just think he's still, I used to agree with Sarah Molina that he'd go overseas to Europe and everything and tour there forever, make a ton of money, save up and then come back later on when maybe he thought it died down. But now I think he will just probably, he can even stay here. His fans are so huge, they don't care about snitching. They're all like, oh, you would have done it too, you would have done it too. And it's just, he's gonna have a fan base. Sadly enough, they're still gonna come out for him, they're still gonna support him. He's gonna come up with some excuse and turn it into a better thing. Like, he owns snitching now. He's the king of the snitches. He'll somehow make that into a positive, because he is smarter than he makes it out to be. He's actually, I think, on the low, a genius. It's just something we gotta face and admit. He's gonna turn this into a positive. People will forget. We'll see how real some rap artists are by who does features with them and how quickly. But he's definitely gonna have a fan base out here, sadly enough. I wish they didn't reward him for snitching, because now I feel like, people who are trying to make it as a rap star will do some petty crime, steal a fucking Snickers bar and then get down there and say they got some names, some drug dealers, do a night in jail, snitch on some people, get out, do a first day out song, and fucking, think they're cool because they spent a little time in jail and snitched on everyone. They're just rewarding everyone for snitching. Okay, you did a bunch of crimes, you told on people, sent people away for 15 years, and here's $8 million. Congratulations. People lost 15 years of their lives, and he gets out and gets more money than ever. I don't even remember him making that much money beforehand. It's ridiculous. It sucks to see. But, you just gotta admit it and face facts. He's gonna have a fan base, and if anything, definitely overseas, but he'll probably have it in America too. He's already all over the place. With DJ Academic's help, he'll definitely be all over the place. And, it's just gonna be crazy to see how fast he comes back to stardom. Will it take time? What will happen? Very interesting, very intriguing to see what's gonna exactly happen here. I don't know, guys. It's crazy. It's definitely gonna provide for some content, but as a hip-hop lover and a purist at its form, I don't like the way this kid is set up to really destroy. This could kind of destroy the foundation of what hip-hop was built on. This one rainbow-haired kid's testimony. Hip-hop may change forever as we know it. Alright, guys, thank you for watching. I am Kevin KMac McCarthy. This is the I Feel Like Rhyming Show. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you tomorrow for another 18 minutes of fun. Have a great day, guys. Peace.